So you're thinking about moving to Sylvan Lake, Alberta, and your price range is in that $250,000 and up? Well, in this video, that's exactly what we're going to do. Is we're going to take you on a drive around our featured community of the week, Hewlett Park, right here in Sylvan Lake, and show you a few of the streets in that $250,000 range and above.
We're also going to give you all the pros and cons of living in that community. So if that's something that interests you, join Warren and I as we take you on a realty ride. Now, let's buckle up and get this tour started. We're starting here. These townhouses were built in about 2012, 2013. Great little properties, no condo fees, so nice vinyl fenced yards. So they make a great little first investment, and they're actually quite close to the lake. So good bonus there.
That's great.
C.P. Blakely Elementary School was actually my first school. This was a empty field, a farmer's field when I first moved here. So part of the first class. And it's K through 6, and we've, of course, got Catholic schools as well as other public schools in town. We're going to be approaching Four Seasons Park, which is kind of one of the main attributes of Hewlett Park area. You've got the community center, you got the Four Seasons ball diamonds, so softball, hardball here as well. Yeah, got to have the ODR, of course, and no small town is a Sylvan or an Alberta town without having an ODR. And then as we approach here, we've got the skate park, which is a nice feature for a lot of people who like to skate, of course. So, and then the community center is going to be right up here on our right. And my youngest daughter, scared a few of the parents there climbing stuff as my wife got to know people in town. So, take it over to the Hewlett Park Landing, Warren.
Awesome. So shopping is just around the corner in Hewlett Park Landing. We've got all sorts of big box stores here, as well as local stores like Pepper Tree, Spill the Beans, Baby Footprint, and a Castle Building Supplies as well. There's a car wash, McDonald's, anything you need is just literally right around the corner.
And let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here, because I don't want to forget to tell them about our buyer's guide, Warren. So why don't you fill people in on that?
Exactly. So Darcy and I have put a lot of time and effort into creating a buyer's guide for people moving to Sylvan Lake. It has everything you need to know. Obviously, Darcy and I are local realtors here, so we do know the real estate market quite well. We get texts, calls, emails all the time. So if you guys have any questions at all, make sure to check out our contact information in the description below, and definitely reach out to us. We'd love to help you out. And again, make sure to download that buyer's guide so you can get all the details on what's involved in moving to Sylvan Lake, Alberta.
Absolutely. Well, let's. Why don't you tell them about Hendrickson Bay here?
All right, so Hendrickson Bay is a nice little pocket in Hewlett Park, has some upper end homes. These are obviously not $250,000, but they are quite a bit less than a lot of the same house, maybe in a different location in Sylvan Lake. These homes range from on the lower end around $400,000 up to around that $550,000.
Yeah, nice big yards here too, and great little properties for sure.
Oh, what's that?
That's Fishing Shack, eh? No, you got to have a fishing shack in Sylvan. We'll add some clips. You'll probably be able to see a little bit of the lake and the amount of fishing shacks we have out there. It makes great wintertime activities for sure. And if you're thinking of moving to town but maybe need a rental, of course there's apartment rentals as well. These are the ones that are right in Hewlett Park. So maybe check those out and ask us. We're glad to help you out. As we zip along, we're going to get to Hampton Point. This is the newest area of Hewlett Park. It's actually a separate subdivision. They're paved back lanes. Most of the houses and townhouses are tied into the storm sewer system. Some have sump pumps as well, because this is a lower lying area of town. But you can see a lot of these are starter homes in that 325 up to about the 425 range. And and then of course, as we pull up here, we've got a park on the other side of Hewlett Park here. This is also a new area. Of course, railroad tracks, nice and close here, but that also means that you're right close to the lake. Warren, why don't you tell them about the townhouses that we're going to pull around to?
So as we come around the corner here, we've got some new townhomes here, or newer. They're just finished building these a few years ago. Really great option. You can still get into these townhomes for that $250,000 up to $300,000 range. Again, here's the park that we're just beside. Now, right on the other side of this park is a trail that goes right over top of the railway tracks, and you can walk down 39th Street straight to the lake. Yeah. It's literally a 2-minute walk down to the lake.
Absolutely, and that is one of the benefits of being in Hewlett Park. Yeah. You are literally seconds from the lake as well. So definitely worth that for people who are maybe wanting to be close to the lake and downtown. but not with the costs of living in the cottage area. So as we drive along here, we're starting to get into that original older part of Hewlett Park. So been around since the 90s. You know, again, a lot of great properties. They'll kind of range as low as you just sold one, I think, right around that 250 range. So single family home in the 250 range. Now, I remember we just passed a house here. I remember I sold the first house that ever sold over $200,000 in Hewlett Park. People were realtors were flabbergasted that I had it listed at 205, but we managed to get it sold. And you know, again, times have changed, haven't
Prices
they?
have gone up a little
I'd
bit.
take 20 out of 200,000 today. So.
Yeah. But as you can see, there's lots of different variety here. You know, front attached garage homes, starter homes with detached garages in the back. Hewlett Park does offer a lot of options. And like I mentioned before, the price points here are a little bit less than a lot of the other areas in town.
Yeah.
Now let's have a quick chat about sump pumps. I don't know if you want to.
For sure. Well, and as you can see, as we go by there, we're now back to CP Blakely. So basically did a big roundabout. We're kind of coming up there. Sump pumps in Hewlett Park, basically kind of some of those averages. We tell people that you know, expect your sump pumps to be running pretty frequently in Hewlett Park. It is a high water table because it's closer to the lake. Yeah. So that is one of the pitfalls, I guess, for lack of a better word, of living in Hewlett Park is you do have the black snakes of the sump pumps in Hewlett Park. But of course, there's always pluses and pros and cons. So another great little area. Why don't you tell them about Heenan Crescent here, Warren?
Yeah, so Heenan Crescent, again, another little gem inside Hewlett Park. Again, really affordable homes in here. And great little community. Another nice thing about Hewlett Park too is that you have really good access to get out of town. We're just literally minutes to get onto Highway 20, which can get you to Sylvan Lake, Rimbey, or sorry, not Sylvan Lake, Red Deer or Rimbey. And it's really a great little location right here.
Yeah. Now, no joke, Herder Drive can be a bit of a raceway at times. We sped through there on purpose. Herder Drive definitely can, for Sylvan Lake that is, be a bit of a busier road. You'll see that we're passing some of the newer development in Hewlett Park. Of course, we've got the gas station there. Ranch Gate Meats, absolutely fantastic meat. Sylvan Lake Olive Company is in there as well. And we're pulling up here. We wanted to kind of give you some direction. So we're on Highway 20 right now. And of course, pulling into one of the favorite spots of town as we wrap up the Hewlett Park tour. Snake Lake.
Snake Lake, you got to try the Sidewinder beer. It's amazing.
Absolutely. Fantastic people. Absolutely encourage anybody that ever comes to Sylvan Lake, make sure you stop out and check out Snake Lake Brewing. They have the best beer in the country.
So that's our quick tour of Hewlett Park, our featured community of the week. Obviously, there's more to show you if you are interested in Sylvan Lake. But like we mentioned, make sure to contact us below.
Yeah, check out the guide.
Download the buyer's guide. Lots of great info in there. And we really look forward to connecting.